Hey guys, welcome to the Big Blind Betting in Startup Ecosystem. Today we have some young minds with us, and that is where I want him to introduce himself and give a short brief on what he is building. So, any key concepts of the way you have motivated yourself, along with a strong introduction of yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Achal Gowda. I'm from Bangalore itself. I've been a motorsport athlete for a few years now, and the journey was going great. But and until I stepped into the boardroom, I learned a lot of things, and also I was a part of cohort with support from my college teachers and principal and other people who supported me. Thanks to them, firstly, and as a founder, it is always immense pleasure to meet people like you. Thank you so much for the
What
opportunity.
what what is your age, Achal?
I'm 20 currently.
Okay, 20 and
Yeah,
founder. Damn, that's the right thing. What I would say has to be done. You got to start early.
yeah.
And what was I at 20? Maybe I was doing a master's. I don't remember. But how did you come up with building a company? How did the idea strike for you?
So it all began when I stepped into engineering. I thought startup is a lot of risk to take. I thought let me focus with good placement and getting good grades. I was in the first sem, and one of my teachers really motivated me to do things. She used to always say, "You have good ideas, just try cultivating it." And randomly, I stepped into a competition wherein there were two investors. One was our alumni, and one person. His name is Aniket Jain. They both were the judges over there. I just pitched in my idea, which I'm currently building. They both really liked my idea, and I got the best idea certificate. And that was one of the first awards that I got that really motivated me. Then I started attending few competitions like hackathons, ideathons, and now in my bag I have 6 awards like that. 4 are the ideathons and 2 are the hackathons. My achievements include the business idea pitch, where it all started in the MBA department of my college itself. I I also bet the team by a very good margin, and they were also wondering how did an engineering student do that. That gave me a lot of confidence. And in the same way, people also used to say that, okay, you somehow did it, and to answer to such people, I again did that, but in a tier one university called RV University. So that's how I got all of my motivation. I had a good team to work with. It all started as an innovation club, and I got a offer from LinkedIn, just a notification saying that okay, you can be part of Build 3. I attended the interview, and honestly, being a student, the cohort fees was a lot to me, and my college was ready to support. I just pitched this to my director and my coordinator and all the respective faculties. They were really supportive. And also, to note this point, they had also covered the cohort fees, my stay at the Build 3, and all the transport expenses. That's how I really got into it. And before coming into Build 3, I was just a team lead at the club. And after stepping in, I became a startup founder officially.
That's pretty interesting, I would say. I mean, you believed in what you have to do and you're doing, but your mentors and your supporters took a bet on you that you would be doing
Yeah.
something very impactful. Uh, when did you start? What you're building right now. How long has it been?
Actually, from my 10th standard, I had abstract idea that I can build something around. And for next 2 years, I was very isolated from people. I used to always think of it, wonder about it. Even betting on my academic scores, it just went down a bit. People thought I'm just done and I won't even pass. And somehow ended up in engineering. I love engineering. Got into mechanical, and at that time also people told me not to take mechanical. AI is the boom, and again I took a bet on myself. Went to the mechanical department. First sem a month, and I just told this idea to one of my faculty. She was like, "Come, you can take part in this event," and that's how I won that event. And I just went on winning. I used to get permissions all the time to get exempted from classes, I also got my attendance very well, thanks to my department.
So roughly, maybe around a year is where you have been working on
Yeah,
this full focus. So how big, at this age, you're trying to build something. There is a lot of support which is needed and guidance which you do are getting from your mentors. But at the same time, you gotta have a lot of people believing in you. Then last time when you shared me
yeah,
a few of your workings, I was like, you have a pretty big team.
yeah. Actually, the
Who
team
are
size,
they?
basically, they are my college mates. They are from very different departments. They include people from CSE, ISE, EC, Triple E, AIML,
So you
and
picked up people with similar minds
yeah,
or
exactly.
vision like yours, and everyone was also into it, and you just stitched it up
Yeah,
to make what you're
exactly.
doing.
What happened was, I had team of two. We started winning competitions. I became the team lead for the innovation club at my college. People started observing what I'm doing, and they were like, "Hey, we can join you as well." I interviewed, did a very straight interview, collected only a handful of people, and I'm also building a second startup as well, which is fully software side, and my team size is almost double now compared to what you have seen.
Okay, that's. I'm like, lend me some people. So, pretty cool, man. But I mean, I do understand that the product what you're building is in a stealth mode, and of course, patentable thing. So that's where we do, keep a little secrets between us. But how what is the impact you are seeing it? I mean, your target market, what you're focusing, is it like in India or what? Maybe you can tell me something about the product what you're building in an overview way, and why you are building, so that anyone in the audience can understand the vision what you were able to
Yeah.
capture at a very young age.
So I always used to observe that there is a lot of traffic in Bangalore. It just goes day by day increasing. People are now able to afford cars, and they are also able to afford bikes. I've seen so many vehicles that is driven by students itself, and the data of the traffic, it's just going up. It's not coming down, especially in metropolitan cities. I thought, why not make this as an advantage? So yeah, our product focuses on converting that waste energy from the traffic to making it something useful. And yeah, we focus on building the product that solves this issue of the traffic.
Nice. I mean that this positions you towards a sustainable vision of where
Yeah,
you're going. I mean, that is something which most of the founders should also focus in the current generation, where it's not just about taking from the market or taking from the ecosystem, but also giving back to it. So that's pretty important, is what I believe. But at the same time, you are pretty young. You definitely would have faced a lot of challenges.
yeah.
Now, in these challenges, I want to understand the challenge of executing, the challenge of making the people execute. That is with respect to your firm. Now, again, I want to understand the challenge of raising money. Challenge, because you need to have that
Hmm.
support. You have the knowledge support. You need to have some financial support, so that you prove the people who have taken bet on you. So what was the challenge for you in terms of executing and
So
scaling?
I started this in my first sem itself. Ideologically, I was very fine that I will be doing it. But the mechanism part, that hit really hard because I just went through Google and there were like so many patents and they had their issues entirely. And it was really shocking that many top scientists could not figure out the way to make it more efficient and cost effective. And I had very limited knowledge. I had just stepped into the mechanical engineering, not entirely. It was just basic science department, as you know, in the first year. Till the second sem, I was focusing on the mechanism itself. Then I found out the mechanism, tried it, simulated it. Even that failed because it was not that efficient and parts used to break down. And in my third sem, I started again, all over again. In the meantime, I used to win these competitions with the existing, you know, idea as well. And in the fourth sem, I successfully have made this model that actually works and also brought down the you know MRP or the production cost of the product drastically. Nearly, I've cut down it by 50%.
So you have the working prototype in place.
Yeah, we are still building it.
Oh, it is working. Beautification is next
Yeah,
stage.
yeah,
Let's beautify it later.
yeah,
If once it is working, is what people want to understand and take a bet on. But I'm sure that you might have spoken with, raising money, because obviously it's a hardware related thing,
yeah,
and for nowadays everyone is focusing on software, AI, and everything, where you are focusing on hardware and something which is much more tangible. So, what was your challenge on speaking with investors? Did you or even fundraisers the concept? Because were you exposed to what has to be done? Did you have an idea of whom to reach out to raise fund at this age, at this prototype stage? Did you have that focus?
So, one of my coordinator teacher, there was also a person from our college itself. He is a very good robotics engineer now. He had built a startup around robotics. Uh, my teacher told that he was incubated at IIM back then. I think maybe in 2016 or 17. I don't remember exactly. And she always used to motivate me, saying that you can build something around. And recently I met that person also. He's very knowledgeable. So I thought there is a way around to get the money I require, but just that I kept on believing myself. And on a random day, I just checked my email, and Build 3 I had got application of Build 3, and I just reached out. And yeah, that's how I got into Build 3. And there are also so many challenges, like you need a lot of experts in the team to work on, and in every college there are many less people in mechanical engineering especially. So I had to take people from different departments such as CSE, ISE, who doesn't know anything about physics or mechanical things, had to educate them and make them work.
So obviously, when you're having so many of people to partner with, you gotta have a lot of backing and support to going on. I think I know a fund, Bangalore-based. Have you heard of this fund called Campus Fund?
No, I'm not aware
They're
of
in
it.
Kormangla. I know them. So they bet on students
Hmm.
who are still, at the time of pass out, or who have passed out of the batch, and they do take bet even in the ideation stage,
Hmm.
specifically for young entrepreneurs. If you are about 24 or 25, you're not allowed. So I do
Yeah.
have a disadvantage there, but yeah, I think what you have is a track record, and what you are planning to do with a working prototype is something which you need to fetch out the right set of people who will understand your vision. I think this is where it has to be. But at the same time, how did you make everyone in your team work on a single motto?
So yeah, they were all part of the student club initially. I used to, they all always used to admire my kind of success, because it was like I used to just go to competitions, and I had a month wherein there were three competitions and I won all three of them on a hat trick. People started observing me, and also there were so many students in the club. I interviewed them, not technically, but to understand their motto of life, and that's how I started connecting to people. It's like I had a partner from the initial days, and he also had good network, so we combined our network and somehow got the people
Got it.
working. And they also needed good motivation, and I told them what are the advantages and how it can help them make their CV better. So
It's
that's
it's
how
not
they.
just a CV anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you're having a team, you're building something, you started a company, you're scaling it up to people with a working prototype. It's not a CV anymore. It is more of the value you are carrying as an individual, is what I would say. But that's pretty nice. I mean, if there is one thing which you would ask the audience, considering customers or investors, to bet on you in a single statement, can you tell me what is the thing what people need to take a bet on you?
So, guys, as you know, hardware project doesn't only consist of the hardware part. We are also integrating AI into this. Being a mechanical student, I'm transitioning all the way from mechanical, EC, AI to the software part of it. To any person, not me, or there are so many people around just like me. They're doing their best to get out of this normal placement or the corporate. So what I want all the audience to do is support such type of people, so that India becomes the next China or maybe the next USA also.
Great, then that's pretty insightful conversation. I understand the way you want to go ahead. Uh, I mean, the bet has to be done on an individual at the end. So great to have you with us, and looking forward to again speaking with you.
Yeah, sure. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me here, guys.
Thank you, guys. See you again.